Good evening, Warband. Welcome back to Warband Exiles, though I need to make a couple changes here because got some infinite recursion going on. There we go. I haven't quite cleaned up all the logos. There. Now we're set back to the Exiles stream. Thank you very much. We have Nil, Tasha Pai, Hanok Tedese, For No Reason. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Nil, I will be careful with the NPCs. There's been a lot of combat changes, and you can no longer repair legendary weapons. That's upsetting because I just got a love tap, so. And Hanok, you missed the Minecraft streams? Well, I'll see if I can integrate them back in. Like, I really only get to do 2 gaming streams a week. So it's more a matter of scheduling them. Normally I do System Shock, but between chronic streaming and Age of War dropping, I wanted to jump on the ball. How have I been? Honestly, very hot, very tired. The weather here has been absolutely sweltering. However, we are in the Age of War, Chapter 1. And there's a couple new things, including, hey, nice new Battle Pass stuff. So we need to earn those. But first we got to look at these challenges. So, one of them, craft a coffer. That's our top priority because that allows us to make a treasure room. Claim a heroic treasure? Absolutely. We want to get some good loot before the stream ends. Apply an emblem. We get clan emblems now, so we're going to see how accurately we can reproduce the Warband emblem. Play small treasures? Probably doable if we can get a big one. And contribute to a coffer valued over 5,000. It might be hard to do in a little under an hour, or about an hour and a half. So, but we have some backup. Oh, you want to know where I've reached in Elden Ring, Hanok? I've completed Ronnie's questline, and we're about to head north. Which, like north of, what the heck's the city? Anyway, north of the capital city, Lanedale. Yeah, we're going to head north of Lanedale in the next episode and start to progress it closer to the end. Try being in the deep south. Hey, look, I mean, I understand the deep south gets pretty hot. Up here, it's like 31 degrees Celsius, so it's comparable. Canada isn't always a frozen tundra. It can also be a blazing hellscape sometimes. Hey, Yiddish, welcome, welcome. Are we in the multiverse? I mean, technically, if it's a multiverse, are you ever not in the multiverse? I mean, the only way to not be in a multiverse would be to be in a universe where there's only one, so... Let's see here. I'm gonna check our local neighborhood and see if our neighbors have any goods. Do you have... You do not have any gruel. We need to fix that. We'll take the crystal and the steel bars. As we want to try to get the set up to level 20, because we have not yet leveled a human thrall to level 20. Only a horse. Flip down. I gotta make sure we got some gruel. Otherwise, we won't get strength buffs, and we're going to need all the strength buffs we can. Okay, 8 gruel. That's not great. But it's all I got at the moment. So, take 8 gruel for now, and we will worry about getting you supplied with more later. Should also grab a horse. We, in order to unlock the ability to create coffers and thus a treasure room, we've got to increase our available, what are they called again? Feat points? Knowledge points. Yeah, we got to increase our knowledge points. So we're heading back to the unnamed city, and maybe, if we're lucky, we'll find some treasure while we're there as well. There we go. First off, we'll head towards Old Reliable. Treasures are apparently scattered in places where there's, well, usually a heavy density of enemies. So you'd think the unnamed city would have some. But at the very least, we need this. Alright, Fragment of Power, which we will then eat. Acquired feat points. And unlock the treasure coffer. Now we have to deal with you. This one you can put the horse in your pocket for safekeeping. No, it is not. Once you've placed your horse out on the field, it's stuck out. There's no safekeeping your horse. I mean, you can put horses in your pocket, but not for safekeeping. So we could try raiding the Temple of Set, but given the heavy poison that the Serpent Guardian dishes out, I don't see... Is Warmaster Clyel sitting down? Okay, hold the phone, guys. Warmaster Clyel. Okay, I don't know if I've ever shown him to you, but he has been standing here for as long as I've been playing Conan Exiles. Why is he sitting down? That's more like it. Okay, so I'm guessing that he's just got his old dialogue there. It's kind of weird. I see him sitting down and I thought, oh, maybe he's going to talk something about the current state of things, but no. So yeah, legendary weapon repair kits no longer exist. Now it's all Matt Grandmaster. So yeah, no repairing legendary weapons, which I mean, it does give a reason to hoard a massive collection of legendary items. I remember back when I was really going hard on this game, like you'd end up amassing just a stupid amount of legendaries, but you'd only really use one or two of them. Now that they will all break and you can't repair them, it means that you are more likely to only use them for, well, special occasions. Yeah. Yeah, I'm 5'11", and Warmaster Clay, I was 6 feet. Yeah, you can tell he gets on an inversion table for an hour every day. so I'm curious. Is there? Like, I don't really want to go through the torment of fighting the Red Mother if I don't have to, but I want to see if there's treasure here. Because if there is, then I absolutely will. But I'm seeing a no. However, there is another fragment of power here, so I'm grabbing that, if nothing else. Actually, I wonder if those blood crystal beasts still show up. There's one of them spawned around here too. They might still be things. Yeah, yeah, they still show up. Gotta pick out. Nice sample of blood crystals to work with. Okay, so I'm not seeing much in the way of rewards. So we could try going to Seprameru and see if there's some treasure there. Go to the Darfari camp in the south. Be a good way to stack up bodies pretty fast if we wanted to find treasure out there. There's also no teleporter nearby. We'll try Seprameru first, because there's a quick way to get, well, out. I'm assuming that we can still teleport while holding on to treasure. What's the mission today? The mission today is to create a treasure room and a clan emblem and amass a whole lot of treasure in a very short period of time. So we're going for the big score. For where something like that would be, I intentionally have not looked up any hints on the matter. I just know the basics of how to set stuff up, but while all treasure locations have already been mapped out because this patch has been in beta for a while, I've avoided it because I want to go on a treasure hunt here. I want to actually look for stuff. Like, it's the Warband server. I'm not trying to compete against anyone else for the biggest treasure hoard. I don't need to min-max everything. I'm here to have fun and explore. You don't have a bot with open source code I could operate on offline. I guess it would depend what kind of bot you need, but generally no. Like, I could direct you towards some AI stuff that does certain functions offline, but I'll admit bots are not something I'm familiar with. But I imagine if you just fire up Python and work with that, you could probably operate on any sort of bot. And GitHub's more than likely got something, but I'm not the guy you want to ask about that, unfortunately. I could try the wine cellar, but who knows if they have anything. Not spotting anything that resembles treasure out here. Maybe if I'd searched more in the unnamed city, there might have been something, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna yeet some skeletons. Well, I yeeted a couple in the unnamed city, but I don't know. We'll probably end up yeeting more humans than skeletons. Bot AI, all the same. Well, then I'd recommend Stable Diffusion if you wanted to take a look at like some image generation. Here, we'll beat up some humans. And then there's various chatbots, actually. Pygmalion works fairly well. How big will depend on how good your graphics card is. Hey, the Rolliest Coaster, thanks for the sub. Oh boy. You deal with them while I patch myself up, thank you. Of course, you getting into conflict with a bandit means that everyone else starts to turn on us. Oh, whatever. If we gotta wipe the whole town to find some treasure, then we will. Of course, you go right for the horse, you bugger. What the heck are you? What the? Oh! Jesus, no. Thought you were moving a little weird. Wait, seriously? Alright. Alright. No? No, deciding. Do you want some of this or don't you? I mean, I'm not necessarily at full power here, but. Okay, if you're. No? Going for the. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna bugger off because I don't necessarily want to be responsible for your blood at the moment. Pygmalion works offline? Yep, Pygmalion works offline. Yeah, my thrall's just gonna go on a murder spree so long as we're in town, so should probably take him to a town where it's actually appropriate to go on a murder spree rather than this one, which is probably the only place that you can be invited without immediately murdering everybody. But, you know, you just can't bring these guys anywhere. You bring a thrall somewhere and you don't set them to not attack anyone, and they immediately assume that everyone around you is hostile. Geez, this is old. I think this is like one of my first quote unquote bases. Now, see if I can remember where there was. Come on, let me on. Francois dated more girls who burned water than who I'd ask a second meal from. Uh, damn, man. I mean, not really surprising in today's day and age. Just, bit depressing. This is the thing. Like, I remember an old quote. I think it was Will Smith who said that he learned cooking because he didn't think that he'd ever get a girlfriend and he'd have to take care of it himself. It's like, well, nowadays all guys just end up learning cooking because no one's going to cook for them. Like, their girlfriends can't. And no one else is willing to, and takeout's expensive. So guys learn to cook out of necessity, just like how they learn how to do everything else. It's actually kind of depressing is there's the occasional scene like in a light novel, like one of the ones I read where Like the female love interest goes to the protagonist's mother to learn how to cook like her. And it's like, damn, no woman would do that these days. Not a chance. Like, I mean, think about that. Imagine if your mother told you that a girl who was interested in you, not even one that you were going out with, but one who was just interested with you, went to her and asked to learn the recipes that you like the most. Like that'd be mind blowing in this day and age. But that's just not how they are these days. They think that they think they're going to get the man of their dreams by having a big enough bank account and body count. Well, not even big enough bank account because they don't save money, but big enough social position and a high body count. They think that's going to attract a top man. It's like, now if you found that man's mother and learned how to cook his favorite childhood meals, like that's how you would win him over. But instead, no, you'd rather work your way through corporate land. Fools, fools, fools. You know that there's like ancient Lemurian statues as treasures? So we're going to comb through the ruins here to see if we can find some. Gotta be something. You did decide to do it. Yeah, Blinded Journeyman. Like I was looking at this, I was just looking at the numbers, and it seemed to be the majority. So I was like, all right, got the thumbnail ready and get started. Well, that's a big one. Oh, wait, you leveled up. A little while before you level up again. Whenever there's one with glowing blue eyes, they're one that's worth harvesting. They drop a lot of demon blood. Still nothing. Maybe we need to actually deal with the Lemurian camp. So maybe humans are required. And I'll be honest, you read enough light novels, like the Japanese, they love their food. They absolutely love their freaking food culture. Like if it's not a light novel dedicated to cooking, like there's definitely like detailed descriptions of all the specific food, and it always plays a significant role. Like people will mock George R. R. Martin for many things, including his detailed descriptions of meals, but like food culture really does play a significant impact in the story. So I think we've lost that. I mean, like in Western culture, the last sort of food related thing I can think of that was mentioned was when the Avengers went out to eat shawarma at the end of the first Avengers movie. Just weird, out of nowhere, didn't really mean anything. Only Thor looked remotely enthusiastic for actually eating it in the final end credits scene, but like that was it. Like none of the Avengers can cook. If you really think about it, like can any of the Avengers actually cook? Meanwhile, like if I'm reading my light novels, hard pressed to find a single either protagonist or heroine, like someone in the main cast can cook every single time. Not only cook, but like they usually like take great pride in their ability to cook, great skill at cooking the works. So safely say that food is not seriously valued in modern Western culture, and we are poorer off for it. That, and take your skull. Alrighty, come on, treasure. I haven't actually been here. Dang. Didn't actually notice before, but even this mace hits like a bloody truck. Grab some of that plant fiber so that we can cook later. The Black Panther can cook or Bruce Banner? Well, at least in none of the Avengers movies that I've seen, which admittedly is very few of them, yeah, none of them could cook or none of them ever displayed the ability to cook. Okay, learned an emote. Well, that's all very well and good, but do you have anything to loot? Because I'm seeing no. And that disappoints me. Seriously, no treasure. Nothing. None. Wait, maybe one of these random spawns has it? It's been a half hour and I haven't found any treasure so far. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, I'm so disappointed I don't even feel like taking you guys down. We gotta find some loot, guys. This is beyond disappointing. Doubt Thor can cook? Yeah. Tony Stark never cooked. Tony Stark would sooner invent a robot cook than cook a meal himself. I know I'm not wrong with that. He would sooner invent a robot cook than cook a meal himself. Most of the Avengers can cook. Only Vision is able to cook decent meals. Okay, maybe in the comics, but number of people who've read the comics first, number of people who've watched the movies. Maybe there's a treasure down at the end of this. Captain Cook. Eh, I mean, I imagine like old school Steve Rogers, maybe. Like it's a 50-50 shot, honestly. I'd say that your average Avenger probably can't cook, and that's and here's the thing: regardless of whether they can with their backstories, it's rarely a part of the plot for them to be able to cook. Even if they can, they rarely seem inclined to. Hmm. I mean, random tangent just to fill the airspace while I figure out where the fuck all the treasure is. We're gonna try the pirate stronghold. Surely, if I murder my way through a pirate camp, I will find a smidgen of treasure. Anything in here? No. I gotta wonder. Like, do I need to create a coffer before I can even see it? That wouldn't make much sense, but possible? No, because I was able to decapitate wizards without having to worry about it. Come on, we just need one big score here. Chronic's allegedly got a great debate in, but I never believe a Chronic debate is finalized until I actually see the other side show up. Because as we all know, haters never call in. Sam Fisher, this is Conan Exiles, specifically the Warband Exiles server on Conan Exiles. It is kind of like Minecraft, kind of like Rust, only with a greater emphasis on combat, a lot more emphasis on base building, and you can also, most NPCs that you meet, be they enemy or kind of friendly, you can knock out, put on the wheel of friendship, and get them to work for you. Yeah, Mystery. I've been playing this for many years now. Not quite since its earliest times, but from quite a while ago. I've sunk literally thousands of hours into this game, and I'd sink more, but I just have so many other priorities these days. I can't justify it. So I am thankful that you guys enjoy watching me stream it because that allows me to play one of my favorite games. Undead Chronic versus Counterpoints. I'm not believing it until Counterpoint shows up. We've had no shows on high-profile debate streams before. Should get the rare spice while I'm here. Okay, so I think that we're more likely to find treasure if we climb up there. I mean, we could go and fight all the kind of neat characters in the middle, but I think we're more likely to find treasure if we go up high. So we are going to start bludgeoning our way to the top. Way. Looking for anything that looks like it can be picked up. I'd even take some coins and whatnot at this point. Oh. Yeah. And we'll take sorcerers to get their skulls. Because Met Kamosi's like, sorcery is still good, and Met Kamosi's is still looking for some good stuff. And I'm really considering trying to make a sorcerer build as well. Oh, hello. Forced to move, I want whatever this thing is. Now it's just an item. I've already sacrificed people. Oh, no, there's a thing. Oh yeah, Sorcerer's Scroll. There we go. Those to help improve our book and boost our spell count options. Oh no, I think I picked exactly the right camp. I'm using a strong weapon, honestly, but I'm only at 10 strength here. This isn't even my full power potential. This is my looting build. You didn't even get to say your opening lines, buddy. And why do you have 2 pairs of boots? Let's see. Oh, well, I lost the body. And yeah, they were building this to get out of here. Well, a bit of treasure, but it's not quite what we're after. Like, yeah, we could add a whole bunch of gold and silver coins to the treasure hoard, and that would raise its profile, but we really want a nice, big, juicy treasure that we can take home with us. And I'm wondering whether or not we'll actually have to go into a dungeon to get it. The Punisher cooks. Is the Punisher an Avenger? Well, I mean, let's be honest. With what they've done to the Punisher now, does it really matter? Final Fantasy 16? Well, let me put it this way. All the people that, like, if games journalists hate a game, then it's probably good. So, yeah, one of my coworkers apparently started playing Final Fantasy 16, and he's very impressed by the story, but he didn't mention too much about the gameplay aside from being about like 15, which as someone who hasn't played 15, I kind of don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Dawn of War for the win. Which? Wait. How do we get to talking about Dawn of War? Oh, yeah. Honestly, I haven't played much of Dawn of War 1, but I really like Dawn of War 2. Like, particularly the faction wars. Like, 3v3 faction wars in Dawn of War. Yeah, I enjoy watching that. Yeah, Injured Cast does a lot of those, and I used to watch the heck out of those. 3 hits to drop y'all like rocks. Sure, I'll take your legendary cutlass. Is that cutlass even possibly better than what I have? 39 to 9, 61-24. Not even close. Not even close. Dang. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of brutal when like they show up all hyped and then you're like, yeah, you don't even survive one combo from me. Yeah, I haven't even needed to use a healing item. Just running up here, my regular passive health regeneration has been enough. That's pretty brutal. Come on, there's got to be some treasure up at the top here, please. could probably take you alive, but I'm just not really interested. We'll take your loot though. Come on, treasure, please. Treasure, please. I mean, okay. Looks kind of treasury. Is this a treasure? I mean, this stuff looks kind of treasure-ish. I take absolutely none of this. Like none. None. Just a couple loot boxes with some coins in it. And that's it. Wow, I'm disappointed. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We gotta figure out a place that's got better treasure than this. Because if the pirates, I mean, we could try their other place, but just my disappointment is immeasurable right now. Real treasure was the throws. Nah. The real treasure would be treasure. There are no friends to be made up here. Although, it is kind of its own reward just to be able to jump off the top. Like Dawn of War, I should try Battle Sector. Well, I'll admit, I'm really only into Dawn of War because you get to play in the 40k universe, and because you get to play as Tyranids. Like that was my main draw to Dawn of War 2, was that I could play as the Tyranids. I'm a sucker for Tyranids. It just is what it is. Like, I'm a sucker for my freaking bug boys. I like playing as them. I like seeing them fight. I like their lore. I like how they're built. Like, I'll be honest, anyone who's a fan of aliens, Tyranids are superior to xenomorphs. Plays Tyranids in Battle Sector? Oh, it's a 40k thing. Okay. Alright. You've definitely raised my curiosity. Oh, wow. That guy hits like a truck. Zaris, Master of the Dead. I didn't even know that there were named sorcerers you could hunt. Wonder if I could have knocked that guy out. Anyway, Skelos. Use some of these. Learn a bunch of different languages. Oh, I already have the Essence of Rot. I have Photaxidermy. Yes, I already have Skelos Cultist Master. Yes, I do. Okay. Here, we'll use the big sword. I see that you're a connoisseur of a big sword as well. on, Razor Gourd. Drop the legendary Chef's Trusted Cleaver. One of the few legendary tools in the game. Oh, wow, you guys really don't have much in the way of anything good, do you? You at least have treasure? Don't guess the Mad Eye? No? No treasure? Yeah, Lisette, you deal with him. I gotta look around for treasure. I'm positive you can take him. I believe in you. Yeah, I'm sure you can take him. Okay, when I said I'm sure you can take him, I kind of meant, like, today. There we go. Like that, you see? Take his broken glass. No treasure. Absolutely none. Blood Angels, Sisters, Necrons, and Tyranids. Alright, alright. Yeah, you sold me. You have sold me on Battle Sector. Facehuggers are MVPs. I mean, facehuggers are kind of nice, but man, Ripper Swarms. Got to build the coffer first. I mean, do I have to build the coffer for the treasures to spawn? We'll try it. Given that I've searched out everything and I haven't seen anything, but it just seems weird that you have to build the coffer before the stuff will even appear. But, you know, to save me from having to raid yet another camp and be disappointed, we'll head back to base. Build the coffer just somewhere in a centralized location. Oh, I just got to figure out how to get up there quickly. Me, Edis, Chaz, and Chronic play COD Zombies. You know, if we can coordinate some Warband gaming, then yeah, that'd be cool. Although, I don't think that we'd want to necessarily play anything by Activision these days. Hey, Gempower, welcome, welcome. Check the bench outside. You left something? Some Argosian Dream Dust. Gain some mild night vision. When you say, oh, you mean the bench outside like the main base? Okay. I'll have to head back to the main base first, so let's see if I can find a spot that I can climb up easily enough. Hey, cubing speed, welcome. Oh. Should be able to climb up. Up and up and up we go. Battle Sector is turn-based strategy. Well, considering that base 40k is kind of a turn-based strategy game, I'm curious. Actually, one game that I've been meaning to play for a while is War Machine Tactics, because I played a bit of War Machine back in college, and actually have the base kits for all the main armies, at least back when it started out. But the problem with War Machine is that so few places stock it, and so few people I know locally play it. Like, it's hard to find someone else. I had one guy back in college I played with, and he was fun. Played War Machine, he played Hordes, so it worked out. But locally, I'd have to introduce people to the game and play them, and it's hard enough to get a meetup for Age of Sigmar, let alone in a completely new game. So I might be able to play 40k soon, so I'm starting to get my Tyranids all organized because I haven't played them in a long time. I don't think I've played Tyranids in 15 years. There's been a lot of versions since then. So, head over here. Warma Hordes models suck hard ammo? Maybe. I like them. Honestly, like the models weren't even so much what I really liked. I mean, I thought that, hey, steam powered robots controlled by wizards, that is cool. I like this. But it was really the fast paced gameplay, and where it was basically like, hey, you need to do a thing? Okay, roll 2d6. The gameplay was just so much snappier than 40k and could be played on a much smaller scale. Now, since then, of course, Warhammer has released like Kill Team, Warcry, even the Underworld's board game variants. So it's got something a little more in that niche. But I just liked the Warhammer Hordes gameplay. So, yeah. A couple Leviathan boxes for 10e. I've actually got mine on pre-order, so I'll be picking it up on Saturday. I appreciate the offer, but no, I got in on the ground floor with that. I'm lucky. The local game shop hosts like gaming nights, or I guess gaming days, as it were. And there's a decent community that I can talk with about stuff, so that's fun. And even on the days when there isn't one, I can usually find at least one person to play on the weekend. So, hey Frost, welcome, welcome. So we are currently working our way through the first chapter of the Age of War, where we need to build up a treasure hoard. Now, this has proven a little tougher than I imagined, because while I've run around, taken out a bunch of dudes, and managed to get some gold and some silver, we haven't found any actual treasure worth getting, which is upsetting. Because this tower is just perfect for having a massive treasure hoard on top. Now, though, we are going to get some supplies, build our coffer, and hopefully, that will allow us to finally build up what we need. And, we got to drop off a whole bunch of this other treasure that we picked up. Get that builder hammer out. Find a kind of central location for now, because we'll be moving this later. Yeah, we can build coin piles. There we are. Treasure coffer. We need shaped wood and iron reinforcements. So I know we have a bunch of at least some of this stuff. Shaped wood. This is the guy who's producing shaped wood. Perfect. All right. Bunch of shaped wood. just some iron reinforcements, which I keep in bulk right here. And we will just drop it right here. All that highlighted circle stuff you see around, that is the zone that qualifies as the treasure room. Given how honestly shoddy the tower is, we'll have to just make it part of the central hub until I really rebuild and restructure this. So I should be able to just put in some of this treasure I've picked up. So we'll put in some gold bars and some gold coins. Silver as well. 139. So, okay, that's... I mean, that's not terrible, but that's also not really good. Does this stuff count for anything? Nope. Legendary weapons don't count. None of this stuff counts? Okay, what about materials? No? Nope, none of this stuff. Okay, well, how about we open some of these things? Bunch of leather pouches, burlap pouches, notes, cloth pouches. Power? Nope, that doesn't count either. Okay. Alright, well. I could melt down a bunch of this gold stone and that'd probably give us some more value. So we'll definitely get that going. Ah, here we go. We get a whole lot of silver, so we'll pop some of that in the hoard. Just kind of get our numbers up a bit. Now what do you have to say about it? 961? Okay, a bit more respectable. I mean, you could probably build your treasure hoard up honestly by just manufacturing a whole bunch. But where's the fun in that? Yeah, also, yeah, Nil said he left something out front here. Ooh. Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, Nil, you that's some good shit. Black blood picks. Those are not. Oh, hey, there you are. Thank you. Yeah, watch out. This guy, 1 second. He's not exactly, set him to guard me. Maybe he's not entirely, like, house trained yet, so. And checking the right areas. Exiled Lands very limited compared to Isle of Sipta. GW Plastic is how I invest my money in non-taxables. Terrain kits, fortification, the big boxes have huge turnover rates. You know what? You're probably right. So, that'd be something to consider. Honestly, I think that painted models could probably go for a decent amount too, especially if you do like lore-friendly painted sets. I imagine those would have a decent turnover rate. Okay, horse, you need to move. Thank you, Nil. I am going to store this stuff in at least one of my lock chests. Black blood picks, man. God, can I even repair it? No, it's a legendary. You gotta be really careful with that stuff. Gotta be really careful with stuff that's legendary now, because you can't repair it. It's a one-way trip. Badge. Materials wise, what do you require? Oh yeah, you require a bunch of skulls now. Thought about that. I've got a bunch of sorcerer skulls, but that's not what you're after. Skills. Yeah, some failed and some active ones. Sorcerer's map. Weapons, yeah, we'll toss these in the golden parts chest. We got a lot of stuff here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Insane amount of blood crystals. Wow. Make sure that we get some more gruel. Gold dust. We have more ichor. Yeah, because we'll always need more alchemical powder. Nos or nib is where the money is. I don't know what that means, honestly. Gem Power, is this the Warband server? Yes. Yes, this is the Warband server. Nos or nib? I don't know what those acronyms mean, Francois, so a bit lost, admittedly. Also, yeah, Weathered Skull. Let's add that here. Surely collecting 50 Weathered Skulls is a worthwhile pastime. Black blood for 15 coins at the key towns around the map. Oh, well that'll be handy because black blood's useful. And I've got more than enough sorcerer skulls from my running around. But okay, so apparently, yeah, not having a treasure hoard means that you can't get the treasure, which, all right, fine, weird, but fine. So I'm thinking that what we will try, well, first let's get some more gruel for Lisette, the unsung hero. Then I think we will head. We want an NPC camp because those are the ones that are most likely to have a large amount of, well, enemies, but also a large amount of tools. Well, no, not large amount of treasure. So it's just a question of, do I want to try? Honestly, it's closer. So we're going to try. What is it called? The Forgotten Tribe. Anyone can join. Anyone who can contact me via Discord can join. Because I'll have to give you the server password. And yeah, we always welcome more people on the server. And if we go above our current server limit, I'll just increase it. Oh, Nos, new on Sprue, Nib is new in box. Okay. Alright, well. I mean, I do have a couple new in box things that I haven't bothered opening up yet, so. Curious to see what the turnaround is, I suppose. And yeah, it's really a security thing. Like, if people ask me, then I'm probably going to let you in. But I do try to have it be people that I've at least, been made somewhat aware of. If I just opened it up and posted on a community tab, you just know that some bad actors would jump in. Kind of how things are. Already in the Discord? Alright. Oh, okay. Well, the stream's got another 20 or so minutes. And then we'll be shifting it over to Chronic Stream. But I'll absolutely send you the password and whatnot. For the moment, let's see if there's any treasure in here. Actually, one thing that we really want to keep an eye out for is counter undead. There's a potion here. I think it's the spectral potion. Anyway, it basically serves as a poison to the undead, and it's really good. I think only these guys drop it. Aside from that, it's usually worth picking up steel, because steel is always handy to have. Saves on brimstone and tar. Is there any treasure in here? I am not seeing any treasure. My disappointment is overwhelming. Also, I am very low on health potions. I realize now that I did not create any backups. What do I have? Take an elixir of vigor. Fill myself up a little bit with some food. Aloe leaves. Yeah, spectre coating, that's the stuff. Oh, okay, gold bars, so. Remember, there's still some specialist cooking recipes I haven't gotten yet. Yeah, Gem Power. We can only hope that the hater actually calls in. We're accustomed to disappointment, but it's still disappointing. Yeah, I'd like to be friend, but y'all seem to insist on me being foe on site, so I just assume hit first, ask questions later. We'll take that advanced blunted weapon fitting, though. Right, we've cleared some of this. I mean, we could kind of head towards this central structure, but I've got my doubts that these guys have treasure. We may have to head to New Azagarth. New Azagarth or the Pagoda of Boundless Lusts, one or the other. Definitely want the Spectre coating though, and that's kind of worth the trip. A little frustrating when you're looking for treasure and they're like, no, we don't have treasure. We might have some steel, but no. Treasure? No treasure. Well, chemical decor. There's a, yeah, Specialist Cooking 3. Looks like I had some recipes that I marked on the map here. I know you were just kind of patiently praying in the corner, but I hope you were praying for death, because that's all that you get. Just to create some healing wraps real quick. Four, spec 3. Try one last hut. Then I think we're going to try New Azagarth. They didn't necessarily want to have to take out an entire town. Looks like we might have to take out an entire town. Because if there's nothing in New Azagarth, then I'm honestly kind of stumped as for where it could be. Like, I mean, we could try the volcano. We could maybe try some dungeons. But surely, Surely there's some treasure in New Asagarth. Okay, copious amounts of undead. Not a good start. So what the heck's with this place? It's a freaking labyrinth. Thorgar's notes. That is for like a side quest kind of deal, so worth grabbing, but it's not the treasure that we came here for. Down. Yep, we're just gonna get on the horse and ride to New Asagarth. Surely. Surely, New Asagarth, with its massive population, will have something remotely, remotely resembling some treasure. All you who've, well, those of you who've played this and probably located all the secret treasure are like, no, no, you missed it. It was right there. How could you not see it? But those kinds of mistakes, like that's what makes the adventure the adventure. If you couldn't make those kinds of mistakes and royally screw up, well, it wouldn't be an adventure. It'd just be someone pretending to struggle. Circle of Swords. There's a massive betrayal. Okay, it looks like one of the blood beasts shows up there. But I'm a little more concerned about Rot Branch, so I'm not bothering. Down across our usual bridge, which is screaming for an upgrade of some kind. I'm gonna have to spend some time grinding out just a whole bunch of resources. This place hasn't changed significantly in several streams. I want to see it improve. Peace out, Jiffer. The wine cellar enemies drop stuff. Like, well, okay. Well, yeah, the relic hunters. They'll drop stuff, but wine cellar. We got 12 minutes. I'm just gonna hit up New Asagarth for the stream, and hopefully we find something. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep going offline and see what I can find. But yeah, relic hunters in the wine cellar. I imagine they would. Really hoping to like find a jeweled cat statue just out in the wilderness. Maybe being guarded some of my Lemurians who are worshipping it. I could always try the Chthonian dungeon. I mean, if dungeon enemies drop it, maybe there's stuff in dungeons. Certainly more than enough dungeons to explore. And I haven't done the Descent of Dagon yet, so worth taking a peek. But we'll try New Azagarth since it's always good for a brawl. And it'd take a bit longer to try to get anywhere else. Plus, we've got some of the other warband members have bases here. So it's nice to see how they've grown. Yeah. Looks like Kamozi's stuff isn't set up here anymore. Alright. Well, time for a good old-fashioned brawl. Those, take that. Okay, alright, you're gonna send a bunch of guys on me? Now you're showing your true value here. 12 steel, that's pretty good. Your head and a spell page, steel. Oh boy. Ooh, that one got a little hairy for a second. Pop some of that Argosian dream dust so we can actually see. Or at least see a bit better. Oh! I'm guessing that's Nil out there providing support fire. Much appreciated. Dang. Good archer build. And no, there is actually treasure somewhere in here, right? I'm not just barking up the wrong tree. torch out so I can more easily be seen. Supposed to be a big chest? Alright. Then I just gotta look around till I find it. Although, if by big chest I hope that you're not talking about the head priestess's bust size, because, well, that may be a big chest, not the one I'm after. Alright, watch out, Nil. Well, he might not discriminate, but I guess he doesn't since I didn't hit you, so. But we'll be kind of systematic about this. What the? Oh, this is a sorcerer. Check. Each house individually, looking for anything sorcery related or treasure related. Should have got enough. My infused wraps. Come on, there we go. Okay, nothing in that house. Oh, nothing in that house. That house. Here. Oh, nothing there. Nothing up by the Ymir altar. House looks kind of standard loot chest. First. To move inside. I'm not seeing anything resembling a big chest around here. I've already searched these houses. Nope, nothing in there. Hope it's not an official server only thing. I doubt it. The sorcery was not limited to official servers. Like, you can theoretically go admin mode and basically clear the battle pass in a couple minutes if you really want to. So no, there's no way. Oh boy. Oh boy. Allowed, yeah, you're allowed to defend yourself there. Watch out, I think you shot me, so now he's probably going to come for you. Or no? Either way, yeah, just watch out. Yeah, he's aiming for you. And nothing in that one either. I'm not seeing anything, so yeah, highly, highly confused. I'll have to look up the locations, honestly. They're gonna hide them this thoroughly from us, well, I'm just gonna have to look up some of the treasure locations and then see if I can verify whether or not it's official server. But we have hit the hour-and-a-half mark, and unfortunately failed in basically our objectives. But thank you all for tuning in nonetheless. So, we're going to keep poking around in here in the official server. But I'm going to send you guys over to Chronic as the ending theme plays everyone out. So, peace out, Warband. See you later this week.